Good afternoon. I'm Dwayne Carpenter, Sports Information Director here at West Virginia Wesleyan College, and joining me for the Women's Basketball Coaches Corner is head coach Steve Tierney. Steve, thanks for being here.
You're welcome, Dwayne. Thank you.
Let's backtrack. We'll go back to the previous Saturday. You took your team up to Allegheny Community College for your first scrimmage of the year, and I know that you were very pleased with how things went up there.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a slow start. Didn't get out of the gate real good, but we were on the road, and we didn't get there a full hour and a half before the game, the scrimmage, like we normally would. But after a quick timeout, we started getting the ball inside and really started to pull away in that scrimmage. Score wasn't kept, but my assistants were keeping it, and we got 91 points on them and held them under 40. So that was good showing against a pretty good junior college program. They were 28-2 last year. Had mostly sophomores that did the bulk of the scoring and rebounding for them that previous year. So they were a young group this year, but we did dominate the play there in that scrimmage.
So you were able to get a first look at your team this year, and then yesterday, Sunday, you took your team down to Huntington to face a Division I opponent in Marshall.
Right.
Could you talk a little bit about how that game went?
Sure. Coach Chadwick was kind enough to have us back again. They're playing Marshall. We've done that, not the last season, but probably the previous 3 or 4 years. Coach had been kind enough to let us come down and play his kids in an exhibition. Right out of the gate, we did a nice job, played them tough in the early going. At halftime, it was just an 11-point game, 34-23. So we had confidence that we could play with them a little bit. It wasn't a complete blowout there in the first half. Now, the basketball's 2 halves, and I told the team I'm sure Coach Chadwick's going to have his kids ready to go in the second half, and he certainly did. And we've got to do a better job of coming out after halftime breaks and having that focus and getting into the action quicker and right away. They jumped out, had I believe a 9-0 run to start the second half, and really turned up the defensive pressure. So 34 turnovers in that one. Obviously that's not going to be good enough in our league play and so forth. But again, the quickness and the pressure and speed, strength, everything is multiplied when you're playing someone like Marshall versus the WVIAC for the most part.
Right. You talked about the stats. They are a little skewed because of the competition you're playing, so I'm not sure how much you put into those. But overall, you felt it was a good effort by your team.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking for things that, like, how hard did we compete and everything. Angela Tesseri had a great comeback in that game. It was hard to get her the ball early on, and we focused on that more, focused on her working harder to get it. She ended up leading us in scoring with 9, was 4 of 7 from the floor, and the last 10 minutes of the game felt like she was the best post player out there. And so again, we just need to have that focus and mindset earlier and for 40 minutes in the game. But she did a nice job for us late, in that contest.
And your season opener is Mercyhurst on November 15th. You've got 2 weeks to prepare for that. Your scrimmages and exhibitions are now over. What's going to be the focus during these 2 weeks and getting ready for Mercyhurst?
Yeah, actually we do have Fairmont.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We got Fairmont on next Sunday.
Okay.
And so that'll be our final tune-up.
Okay.
So we will have another, game scrimmage to kind of gauge, but we need to keep getting better at taking care of the basketball, having a focus of where we want to get the ball to. And with this year's team, I think that is more inside and in the paint. And then when they have to double team our big players, they're good enough passers to kick the ball back out, and hopefully we can shoot some open 3-pointers there, because we do have some kids that can shoot from behind the line, and that's kind of how we want to play. Yeah.
Okay, so you got Fairmont State coming up in an exhibition this Sunday.
Yeah, scrimmage.
Scrimmage, and then Mercyhurst November 15th. What do you know about the Lakers?
Well, their coach is in her second year. We played them last year, and she does a great job with those kids. She's really building, she's done a nice job of getting some kids out of the Pittsburgh area, a couple of them that I was trying to recruit here to Wesleyan, and she got them to go up to Erie there, and so they're going to be tough. I mean, we're going to definitely have to be ready. She does a great job with their team, and you know, anytime you're on the road, and you got to be ready to play. Won't have familiar referees, and it'll be an uphill battle. So we got them last year in her first season, and you know, hopefully we can be fortunate to come out of Erie with a win there to start the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to add?
Sure. You know, I want to thank our fans that came to the Marshall game, particularly Justin Caldwell. Justin was a great leader of our fan group down there, and he really loves women's basketball, and we're just glad to have Justin out there supporting our team, and he did a great job for us rooting the team on in Huntington.
All right, well, congratulations to Justin for making the trip down there and leading on the Bobcat Nation. So this coming week, the WVIC preseason poll will be coming out. We'll talk to you next week about where your Lady Bobcats have landed, and we'll break down your team a little bit more as they prepare for Mercyhurst in their opener. So
Great.
So Steve, I appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
Thank you.